Hello and welcome to my channel, where I talk about all things Marvel. Today, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Madam Web, the mysterious psychic character who just got her own movie starring Dakota Johnson. Madam Web is a very old character in the Spider-Man comics, but she has a very different origin and appearance in the movie. So, let's dive into her comic book history and see how it compares to the film version. Madam Web, whose real name is Cassandra Webb, first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man No. 210 in 1980. Created by writer Denny O'Neil and artist John Romita Jr., she is a mutant with clairvoyant and precognitive powers, which means she can see the future and other dimensions. She is also blind and paralyzed, suffering from a condition called myasthenia gravis, which weakens her muscles. She relies on a life support system designed by her husband, which looks like a spider web, hence her name. She often helps Spider-Man with her visions, and sometimes acts as a mentor to him and other Spider-Women. She even knows his secret identity, thanks to her psychic abilities. Madam Web has been involved in many important events in Spider-Man's life, such as the death of Gwen Stacy, the Clone Saga, the Spider-Verse, and the Grim Hunt. She has also encountered many other Marvel characters, such as the X-Men, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and Doctor Strange. She has a granddaughter named Charlotte Witter, who became a villainous Spider-Woman and stole the powers of other Spider-Women, including Madam Web herself. Madam Web eventually regained her powers and passed them on to Julia Carpenter, another Spider-Woman, before she was killed by Kraven the Hunter's family. Now, let's talk about the Madam Web movie, which was released on February 14, 2024, just in time for Valentine's Day. The movie is directed by S.J. Clarkson, who is best known for her work on TV shows like Jessica Jones, The Defenders, and Succession. The movie is written by Claire Parker and the duo of Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless, who have previously worked on films like Dracula Untold, The Last Witch Hunter, and Power Rangers. The movie stars Dakota Johnson as Cassandra Webb, a young and awkward paramedic in Manhattan who, after an accident, develops psychic abilities as a clairvoyant, which allow her to see future events within the spider world. She is also a reluctant hero, who tries to avoid using her powers and getting involved in dangerous situations. However, she soon finds herself in the middle of a conspiracy involving a mysterious man named Ezekiel Sims, played by Tahar Rahim, who claims to be her protector and mentor. The movie is a suspense thriller that depicts the titular character's origin story in a standalone universe with an approach that was more grounded and gritty compared to many previously released superhero films. The film explores themes such as destiny, free will, identity, and responsibility, as well as the consequences of meddling with the future. The movie also features three other Spider-Women characters, played by Sydney Sweeney, Celeste O'Connor, and Isabella Merced, who have different backgrounds and powers, and who are connected to Madam Web through her visions. One of the most intriguing aspects of Madam Web is her psychic powers, which are unlike any other spider character we have seen before. According to the movie, she is a clairvoyant, which means she can see the future and other realities within the spider world. She can also communicate telepathically with other spider people, and sense their presence and emotions. She can even manipulate their minds to some extent, as she does with Ezekiel, who is also a clairvoyant and her main adversary. However, Madam Web's powers come with a price. She has to deal with constant headaches, visions, and nightmares that haunt her every day. She also has to be careful not to alter the course of events too much, as that could have unforeseen consequences for herself and others. She learns this the hard way when she tries to save her friends from Ezekiel, who wants to use their spider essence to enhance his own abilities and create a new world order. In the comics, Madam Web's powers are derived from her mutant gene, and she is also connected to the mystical web of life and destiny, which links all spider people across the multiverse. She can access this web through her life support system, which also enhances her psychic abilities. She can also see the past and the present, as well as the future, and she can astrally project herself to other locations. She has helped Spider-Man and other spider heroes with her visions many times, but she has also been targeted by villains who want to use her powers for their own ends. Finally, let's talk about Madam Web's weaknesses and how they affect her role in the Spider-Verse. As we have seen, Madam Web is not a fighter, but a seer. She can't use her powers to physically harm or defend herself, and she is vulnerable to attacks from enemies who can resist or counter her psychic abilities. She also has to deal with the ethical and moral dilemmas of knowing the future and whether to intervene or not. She can't always trust her visions, as they can be influenced by her own emotions, biases, or desires. She can also make mistakes or misinterpret what she sees, leading to tragic outcomes. In the movie, Madam Web's weakness is exploited by Ezekiel, who uses his own clairvoyance to manipulate and deceive her. He also tries to kill her and her friends, as he believes that they are threats to his plan to create a new spider world. Madam Web has to overcome her fears and doubts, and learn to trust her instincts and her allies. She also has to accept her destiny as a spider person, and embrace her role as a leader and a mentor to the other spider women. Madam Web is a fascinating and complex character, who has a lot of potential to explore in the Spider-Verse. She is not a typical superhero, but a visionary who can see the bigger picture and the connections between all spider people. She is also a flawed and vulnerable human being, who struggles with her powers and her choices. She is a character who can challenge and inspire us, as well as entertain us. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new about Madam Web. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more Marvel content. And don't forget to leave a comment below and tell me what you think of Madam Web and her movie. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.